students, you're welcome on Learning with L and R, and today we are going to discuss about the new condition that is rheumatic heart disease. Okay, so let's discuss the definition of rheumatic heart disease. First of all, I would like to talk about if rheumatic heart disease occur when the rheumatic fever frequently occur in the patient. Okay, rheumatic heart disease is the permanent damage to the valves of the heart. Which valve? Mitral valve, tricuspid valve, arterioventricular valve, okay, caused especially by related attacks of rheumatic fever, characterized by changes in the myocardium, it's a layer of the heart, or scarring of heart valves that reduces the power of the heart to pump blood. The main function of the valve, as we know, pump blood. Then rheumatic heart disease is a condition in which the heart valves are damaged by rheumatic fever. When it frequently occurs, rheumatic heart disease is damage to one or more than one heart valves that remains after an episode of acute rheumatic fever is resolved. It is caused by an episode or recurrent episodes of acute rheumatic fever where the heart has become inflamed. Then rheumatic heart disease is a complication of rheumatic fever in which the heart valves are damaged. Rheumatic fever is an inflammatory disease that begins with streptococcal infection, especially on throat. It can affect connective tissue throughout the body, especially in heart, joints, brain, and skin. Rheumatic heart disease is a chronic condition resulting from rheumatic fever, which involves all the layers of the heart by scarring and deformity of the heart valves. Rheumatic fever is a diffuse inflammatory disease characterized by a delayed response to an infection by group A beta hemolytic streptococci in the tonsillopharyngeal area, affecting the heart, joint, central nervous system, skin, and subcutaneous tissues. Then etiology. Streptococcal pyogenes, also known as group A streptococcus, is the causative agent in group A streptococcal infections, including streptococcal pharyngitis, inflammation of the pharynx, acute rheumatic fever, as we discussed in the previous lecture, scarlet fever, and acute glomerulonephritis. Then everyday activities such as we brushing our teeth, that time it also happen. Teeth or chewing food can allow bacteria to enter your bloodstream. An infection or other medical condition from an infected area such as skin sore, gum disease, sexually transmitted disease, infections, weakened immune system, that all kind of things attract the rheumatic heart disease. Certain dental procedures, some dental procedures that can cut your gums may allow bacteria to enter your bloodstream and affected the heart valves. Upper respiratory tract infections. Rheumatic fever is an outcome of upper respiratory tract infection with group A beta hemolytic streptococcus. Then previous history of rheumatic fever. The client with previous history of rheumatic fever are at high risk to develop rheumatic heart disease. Genetic predisposition. Rheumatic heart disease shows familial tendency. Then environmental factors. A greater risk of rheumatic fever is associated with overcrowding. If the person belongs to overcrowding, they live in poor sanitation and other conditions that may easily result in the rapid transmission or multiple exposures to streptococcal bacteria. Then pathophysiology. Delayed immune response to infection with group A beta hemolytic streptococci when frequently the rheumatic heart fever occur. The organism attached to the epithelial cell of the respiratory tract. Then after that, streptococcal pharyngitis, inflammation of the pharynx occur, what happened here, sore throat, fever and malaise, and hypersensitivity reactions are there, abnormal reactions are there. Antibodies directed against the M proteins of certain strain of streptococci cross react with the tissue, glycoprotein in the heart, joints and other tissues. It gives the symptoms to these areas. Inflammatory regions are found in various sites, and that leads to rheumatic heart disease. The clinical manifestation, first one is major manifestation, which we have discussed in previous class under the Jones criteria. First one is carditis, Here the inflammation of the heart valves, inflammation of the layers of the hearts, not valve. Inflammation of the heart, then polyarthritis. Polyarthritis is the most often caused by an autoimmune disorder such as rheumatoid arthritis. It affected the joints. Carditis affected heart, polyarthritis, joints, and erythema marginatum, skin, subcutaneous nodules, also skin. Then erythematic marginatum is the type of erythema, redness of the skin or mucous membrane. Then the sudden onset of sore throat, reddened with exudates. Exudate means something productive are there. Swollen, tender lymph nodes at angle of jaw, and headache and fever up to the level of 101 degree Fahrenheit to 104 degree Fahrenheit. Then warm and swollen joints, polyarthritis. Then chorea, it is the irregular jerky movements. Then subcutaneous nodules, which are hard but painless nodules. Then laboratory findings. Here the positive throat culture for group A beta hemolytic. Then elevated acute phases, reactants, blood tests. Certain blood tests may be used to look for infection or inflammation. ESR, it will be high. C-reactive protein, then leukocytosis. From these tests we have an idea to the occurrence of rheumatic heart disease. Then chest X-ray, it will give the information regarding the size of the heart. To check the size of the heart and to see if there is excess fluid in the heart or lung. Then echocardiogram, a non-invasive test that uses sound waves to create a moving image of the heart and to measure its size and shape. Then antibiotic therapy, oral penicillin 500 mg BD into 10 days, or a single dose of benzathine penicillin 1.2 million units IM, tablet erythromycin 250 mg BD into 10 days in case of penicillin allergy. The patient should be started on long-term antibiotic prophylaxis. Then arthritis, arthralgia. Arthralgia means painful joint. The person feel pain in the joints. Salicylates or NSAIDs 80 to 100 mg per kg per day in 4 to 5 divided doses into 3 to 4 weeks. Severe carditis, corticosteroids for severe carditis and syndrome chorea, haloperidol are there. Then surgery if the medication not improve the condition of the patient. First one is heart catheterization. It provides the information regarding the how much valve are affected. In acute rheumatic heart disease, this procedure is not indicated indicated in chronic conditions. With chronic disease, heart catheterization has been performed to evaluate mitral and aortic valve disease and to balloon stenotic mitral valves. Then commissurotomy is an open heart surgery that repairs the mitral valve that is narrowed from mitral valve stenosis. During this surgery, a person is put on the heart-lung bypass machine that provide the proper circulation like a normal circulation of the heart, but it is a machine. The surgeon removes calcium deposits and other scar tissue from the valve leaflets. Then valvotomy is the preferred treatment for mitral valve stenosis. It is a procedure that widens the mitral valve so that blood flows more easily through the heart. After that, mitral valve replacement is a cardiac surgical procedure in which a patient's diseased mitral valve is replaced by the new one. Then mechanical valves are made from durable metals, carbon, ceramics and plastics. A fabric sewing ring is used to attach the valve to the tissues in the patient's heart according to the condition of the patient. Then nursing management, patient's overall health and medical history. Ask the patients about symptoms of fever, sore throat or joint pain. Then ask the patient about chest pain, dyspnea, fatigue. Observe for skin lesions or rash on trunk and extremities. Palpate for the firm, non-tender, movable nodules near tendons or joints. Auscultate hard sounds for murmur. Advise the clients to take a well-balanced, heart healthy diet, low in fat, salt and cholesterol. Learn to control stress by adopting new ways to relax, such as deep breathing exercises, muscle relaxing techniques, meditation or yoga. Get at least 7 hours of sleep each night and during the daytime if patients feel tired. Then nursing diagnosis, pain related to inflammatory response in the joint are objective. The client verbalizes increased comfort as advised by report of reduced discomfort, expression of joint pain reduction, relaxed body posture, and a calm facial expression. Then intervention: assess the level of pain, duration, intensity, and frequency of pain, complete bed rest and provide comfortable position, provide diversional therapy and psychological support, administer analgesics as needed. Then nursing diagnosis: decreased cardiac output related to valve dysfunction or heart failure. Objective: client increases cardiac output as evidenced by regular cardiac rhythm, heart rate, blood pressure, respiration, and urine output within normal limit. Then interventions: assess the symptoms of heart failure and decreased cardiac output, including diminished quality of peripheral pulses, cool skin and extremities, increased respiration, increased heart rate, neck vein distension, and presence of edema. Then assess for heart sounds, monitor intake and output, and provide bed rest. Nursing diagnosis: knowledge deficit related to disease condition and long-term treatment are objective. Patient gains adequate knowledge as evidenced by explaining disease condition, recognizing need for medication, understanding treatment. And intervention: assess the client's level of knowledge, assess the client's ability to learn, explain about disease condition and about prophylactic treatment of antibiotics, clarify the client's doubt clearly. Then nursing diagnosis: anxiety related to disease condition and heart failure. Client shows maximum is our objective, reduces the anxiety. And what interventions we have taken: assess the client's level of anxiety, clarify the doubts of the clients by using non-medical terms and calm, slow speech, explain all activities, procedures and issues that involves a client, explain about the disease conditions and prophylactic treatment, provide anxiolytics as prescribed by doctor. Then complications: there are three kind of complications are there: heart failure, cardiomyopathy, then valvular heart disease. Thank you very much. I hope you have understand with this.